Okay, good morning everyone. Hi, my name is Jennifer Warnock. I'm an instructor at Living Balance here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I'm so excited to bring you guys gentle chair assisted yoga this morning. As you do this practice, challenge yourself, but listen to your body as well. Please know your physical limitations and keep in mind that myself and Living Balance Studio is not liable or responsible for any injuries that you may occur. It's important that you listen to your body, that you listen to yourself. Please comment, shout out, let me know that you're here this morning. I wanted to give you a little bit of information about myself. Again, my name is Jennifer Warnock. I am a registered yoga instructor, prenatal yoga instructor, certified Reiki master, and I'm currently in physical therapist assistant school at FTCC. Chair yoga is a passion of mine, and I feel that using the chair can just really bring a little bit more poses available for people who normally maybe find yoga a little bit more difficult for them. Today's practice, we will be utilizing the floor and also the chair. So there are many practices with the chair that you can actually do the entire practice in the chair. But today, I would like to incorporate the floor and the chair. At any point, if you are doing this practice, everything that I'm doing on the floor can be done seated in the chair. So any of our nice stretches when we begin, you can sit in your chair to do that. We will also be standing and using the chair as support. And with that being said, please make sure, if you notice behind me, I have my chair on a mat. Please make sure that your chair is on something that it's not going to slide, because that is going to be your support to allow you to kind of, if you find some poses that might be a bit challenging, if you've tried a regular yoga class and have found that you've been off on balance or also not able to reach the floor or a block. So I'm super excited to bring this to you guys. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, it's September. So take a moment, make sure you grab all your goodies. If you also notice that I have a blanket here, for anyone who has any knee sensitivity, you may want to grab a beach towel or a blanket also. So I'm excited to get started. Let's come to our mat or whatever you have set up. Again, you can also sit in your chair. I'm going to move my chair to the end of my mat. So if you've taken a yoga class before, sometimes you'll have blocks or something along at the end of your mat to help bring extension to the floor. If you know that you have tight hips, you may want to use your blanket to sit up on, or again, you can be sitting in your chair for this portion and just find yourself finding an easy seated position, or if you're sitting in your chair, your legs and your feet are just gently grounded. Take a moment here, wiggle out anything. Take 2 more of these nice cleansing breaths. Inhale. One more. Gently swallow to relax the jaw. Close your eyes. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Bringing your focus and your intention to your breath. A lot of times we forget to breathe. And notice when you begin to focus on your breath, any thoughts, any things going on through the day begin to just melt away. Any stress that you're holding in your body begins to soften on each exhale. And you begin to bring yourself here to this present moment, to this time. This practice is about you. And you just find that softening. Begin to scan your body, noticing if there's any areas that you need to protect. Maybe send a little bit more breath to that area. Maybe send a little bit more intention for healing to that area. And then just allow yourself to have a little bit of fun. Feel your heart smiling, then noticing a smile that comes across your face. And just enjoy this time. You can keep your eyes closed or gently blink them open and bringing your hands to heart center, pressing the palms together, soften the shoulders away from the ears. If you have your chair next to you, just to be careful when we begin movement, take a moment and inhale, reach the arms above the head, and then exhale, bringing them back to heart center. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back to heart center. One more. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, back to heart center. Interlace the hands. Take an inhale, exhale, round the back. Inhale to hold and bringing your hands back to heart center. Exhale, interlace the hands, round the back. Inhale to hold and exhale back to heart center. And then exhale one more time, round the back. Inhale to hold and then exhale back to center. Take a moment, reach the arms up. You can come behind you and grab a hold of the chair if you're sitting in it, or grab a hold of your hands and open the heart here. And then reaching the arms up and bring the hands back to heart center. Let's do that again, finding that movement, reach the arms up, bringing the hands behind you, interlace, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the heart. And then release, coming back around, feel that movement in the shoulder joint. One more time, reaching the arms up, and then floating the arms down, squeezing the shoulder blades together and open up. Again, if you're sitting on your chair, you're just squeezing the back of your chair and then float the arms down by your side. You can hold on gently to the floor or the chair. Again, if you're seated, lift your right arm up and reach over, finding a couple of nice deep breaths here, pressing out, making sure not to sink into that shoulder, to really lift, taking a couple of breaths here, and then coming back down. Shifting over to the other side, reaching up, lifting that left arm again, open the heart, take a couple of breaths, and then coming back down. Beautiful job. Taking that right arm, reach it out. Take an inhale, rotate, tapping that left leg. Soften the shoulders and turn the head. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And again, you can do this if you're sitting in your chair too. And then allow the arm to windmill a rainbow back over. Again, protecting if you're close to your chair as you're reaching the left arm out. Rotate. Always being aware of your surroundings. Taking a couple of nice deep breaths. And then windmill coming back around. If you're sitting on the floor, you're going to uncurl the toes and uncurl the legs. And then you're just going to kind of rock back and forth. If you're sitting in your chair, you're going to do the exact same thing and just rock the legs back and forth. We're going to prepare our body for our quadruped position, which is going to allow us to do our cat and cow. If you are sitting in your chair, you're going to stay up seated like this. So you're sitting in your chair and you're just going to move through the flow of your cat and cow in your chair, if being on the floor is not part of your practice. Now, when you're ready, if you are coming into your quadruped position, what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have sensitive knees, please use your blanket that you were sitting on. You're facing your chair because it's going to allow us to assist coming into some of these positions today that normally in a normal practice we would use blocks or maybe just our body to do. So coming onto your knees, finding your knees lining up with your hips, your wrists lining up with your shoulders again, protecting yourself from hitting your chair. Pausing here, finding that nice neutral curve in the lower back. Take an inhale to prepare the body. Exhale, tailbone to the ceiling, engage the shoulder blades, look up at your eyebrows. Take an inhale to hold. Exhale, tuck the tail round the back. Look at the horizon behind you. Inhale to hold. Exhale, flowing with your breath, feeling this flexion and extension in the lower and throughout the spine. Inhale to hold. Exhale. You're doing this in your chair. You're just moving through the spinal movements. And then taking one more. And pausing here. Take a moment here and straighten out your right leg. If you're sitting in your chair, you're still straightening out that right leg. And then just begin to rock back and forth. And then noticing here for a second, if this does not feel good on your wrists, this is where your chair can come into play. So you can come up, place your forearms on your chair, and then begin to extend. So this is a way of taking pressure off of those wrists. Again, if you're just sitting in the chair, you can just extend and kind of rock back and forth with the leg. And then bringing the leg back down and extending the left leg. You're getting a nice calf stretch here. You're protecting those wrists. You're getting lift from the floor. And you're using the blanket to protect those knees. Take a moment here. And pause. Holding on to your chair to use it as support. Sink your hips down. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And here's a great way to have a supported child's pose with your chair. Taking a couple of nice deep breaths. And then coming back up. You're holding on to your chair now, wrapping your fingers around the chair, allowing the index finger and the thumb to kind of make an L here in the seat of your chair. Guiding your right leg, even assisting it if you need it to assist the right leg up and underneath, your foot is underneath the chair. You notice that the knee lines up with the ankle. And here you are in a lunge. Making any adjustments to that back knee, because again, listening to your body here. You're able to hold on to the chair for support, pull the belly in. And this way you can allow yourself to lift the left arm up. You have support of the chair. You're breathing here. You can notice that my shin is slightly touching the chair also for that support. My foot is pressed in. And then you can bring the hand down. Lifting the right arm up. And then bring the hand down. Finding that L shape again to send that right leg back. And then you can sink into that child's pose. Sinking the hips back. And then coming back up. Utilizing anything that you need to take the left leg. So maybe you can shift and bring that left leg up. Making any adjustments that you need to protect that knee. Sitting here. Lifting up nice and tall. Relaxing. Lift the right arm up. When you lift the right arm, feel the stretch in the hip flexor. And releasing down. Lifting up the left arm. And releasing down. finding that quadricep, this thigh muscle really engaging, and then slowly coming down. It's helping you using the chair with balance and coming back. Coming up gently. So anyone who wasn't able to stay on the floor to do this, just an example to show you how you could have accomplished this in the chair. If you were just sitting and waiting for instructions, you would turn here, and then you would turn and hold on to the chair and just let the opposite leg come back, and you would just be lifting the outside arm. A beautiful way to still get that stretch if your knees do not allow you to come to the floor. And reaching up. So depending on where you are at right now in your practice, if you are on the floor here, we're going to show how we can come up a little bit higher here using that support of the chair. Let the right leg come forward. Let's curl the toes of that back left foot. Soften the shoulders down, and we're going to straighten and extend that leg. Now notice how you have the support of the chair. You're feeling this front thigh muscle really engage. We have a nice curve in our spine. We've got that nice neutral spine. We're working here, but we've got the support of the chair in this high lunge. And then we can slowly release the leg down, bringing the leg back, and guiding up that left leg. You've got the support pulling the belly in, softening the shoulders. You're using the support of the chair. You curl the back foot and you begin to extend the leg. It's okay if the leg extends here. Maybe you can lengthen it out. You listen to where your body can take you, and you take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And then we come back down and bring ourselves back into that lovely supported child's pose here. When you're ready, we're going to bring ourselves up to a standing position using the chair. So when you utilize the chair, you're going to hold here. I ask that you bring one leg forward. Whichever leg we have one support leg that's a little bit better, that we feel that we have a little bit more support for. As I bring my leg forward, we're going to press the front foot into the mat, gently curl the back toes to help lift you up. Gently watching out for your blanket, walk forward and allow yourself to try to get the feet to come up together, making a wide base of support. Feet are hip width distance apart. Find that natural curve, soft bend in the knees. On your exhale, I want you to slowly roll up. Notice you have the back of the hands of the chair that you can support. And if you need to hold on to the chair the entire time, then slowly begin to rotate the body with the feet to allow yourself to support the chair. Move your blanket away. And then allowing yourself to show you, if you can, move your chair to come to the back of your chair. So we're coming to the back of the chair for our support. Sorry guys that my head is out of view, I'm so tall. And then what I'd like for you to do is allow your right leg to step back. So when you step your right leg back, your feet are both facing forward. We're preparing for our pyramid pose. You're still holding on to the chair. So take a moment here, feeling that right hip shift forward and left hip shift back if the left foot is up in front of you. And then just allowing yourself to fold forward, bending at the elbows. So you're going to get a little bit of a tricep workout too, these muscles here. But you're also going to feel the stretch along here. So pyramid pose can be a fairly intense pose in a regular practice. So you're holding here and then slowly coming back up. Gently taking that right foot forward. and step the left foot back, or whatever foot you had forward. Finding yourself settling here. You want to squaring the hips. You want to square the hips. Solid foundation in the feet. Soften the shoulders. Nice neutral curve in the back. So when you bend the elbows, you're just bending the elbows, bringing your body close to the chair with the support of the chair, and you're really feeling that hamstring stretch. So as the winter months come, or if we've traveled a lot, we have those tight hamstrings, and this is a great way to stretch them. Soft bend in the knee to avoid hyperextending if you need, and take a couple of deep breaths right here. Good job. And then slowly come up, and then step the foot forward, rocking back and forth. And then when you're ready, we're going to add to that. Let's take your left foot back. So take your left foot back. So you're here with the left foot back. Take a moment and bend the right foot. Try to find the knee bending at 90 degrees, and it's okay if that foot stays grounded or maybe it comes off a little bit. But then notice how you're up nice and tall, and lift your left arm up. Roll the shoulder down and back. And here you are coming up a little bit higher, almost in that warrior one position, but also coming and lifting a little bit higher in another modified high lunge position if the foot is not grounded. Bringing the hand down and step the foot forward. And let's step your right leg back. Again, you have the right leg back, solid foundation, a soft bend in the knee. Again, I'm really sorry about my height today that you can't see my face. Lifting your right arm up. Breathing here. And then coming back down. Beautiful job. Now I want you to notice how you have your right leg in the back. Start letting the left leg meet it. And then as you send the hips back, bend the knees, roll the shoulders away from the head, roll the shoulders away from the ears, release the head and come into this nice forward fold. So it's a half forward fold. You're using the support of the chair. Your head is above heart level. So you're here, you're taking a couple of nice deep breaths, feeling a stretch in those hamstrings, taking a couple of nice deep breaths here, supporting the lower back. Take a nice breath, and then slowly straightening those legs, begin to walk forward. Facing your chair, not facing your chair, allowing yourself to turn to where the chair is holding with the right hands. Take a wide stance with the chair. So you've got the chair for your support here. Take a moment and just bring your left arm out. So you've got your left arm out, holding here. Then you can bring your left arm and reach it up and over for a side stretch. And then we come back down. Beautiful job. Releasing, allowing yourself to step the feet together. Rotate to where you're holding on to the chair. My back is turned here, taking a wide stance. And then you're going to reach your right arm out. And then you're going to lift it up and stretch over. And breathing here. You've got the support of the chair, a wide base of support. Get a nice side stretch and then coming back. You've always got contact with the chair, allowing yourself that support. Okay, if you're utilizing your chair, bring it in front of you now. So you're holding onto the chair. Continue to hold onto the chair and find that wide base of support. Hoping that maybe I can get you guys to see me. Thank you, sorry. Okay, take that wide stance. So you're holding onto the chair. And we've got this nice wide stance. Your feet are facing forward and you're holding onto the chair for support. You've got that nice support in the spine. The belly pulls up and in, allowing your left foot just to turn slightly in. Just pigeon toe that foot just a little bit. And then you find that you're pressing out on the outside of the foot, and it gets a good stretch on that ankle up the outside of the calf muscle. Rotate that right leg out, and then you'll notice that you have your heel to arch or heel to heel alignment, and then just keep holding on to the chair and reach out that right arm. When you bend the knee, just softly bend the knee. You've got the support of the chair, and then coming back up. Bend the knee one more time. This is your warrior two position. You've got the support of the chair. You're able to open up that knee onto the outside of that pinky side of the foot. You feel the strong, that thigh muscle engage. You feel the core engage. And then straighten the leg. We're going to rotate the right foot to that slight pigeon-toed position, pressing out on the outside. Feel the arch lift, and then bringing the left leg forward. Good job, guys. Take a nice deep breath. And then as you reach the left arm out, bend the knee. Open up on the pinky side of that toe. Pausing here. Feel the strength in that thigh muscle. And then straighten up. And then slowly bend again. And then straighten up. Beautiful job. Rotating back and then bring the legs together. Excellent job, guys. Utilizing the chair now, bringing it back to the front here. Noticing how the chair can be used if you're able to get down a little bit further. If you're able to get down a little bit further, bringing your feet about as wide as the chair, bending the knees to support yourself, making an L with your index finger and thumb, and notice when you begin to step back. You're stepping back, you're able to bring the sits bones a little bit higher in the air, rolling the shoulders down and back. And you can support the chair in this chair down dog. By remembering what we just did, you can do on the back side of the chair. So this just brings it to where you can bring it a little bit deeper if your practice allows that for you. Taking a couple of nice deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Looking up at the chair, step the right leg forward. This is in bending the knee. This allows you to get that lunge in. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing the right leg back. Send the sits bones, the butt bone in the air. Roll the shoulders down and back. And then when you're ready, send the left leg forward and bend the knee. And then slowly pressing back. And then to find your way back down to the floor, to use the chair, also again for support. Bringing whichever leg you know is your dominant leg. So when you come forward, it's that support leg. Then slowly bringing the knee down. Again, if you need to bring your blanket back to you, you can. And then use the chair to sink back, feeling the stretch. Beautiful job. Coming back up. As we come back up, we slowly come back and we sit next to our chair. So a way to utilize the chair as we prepare to come to our back Again, if it's not possible to come to your back, you can sit in your chair. We will be doing a figure 4 stretch on our back. You can cross your ankle over your leg if you're sitting in your chair. So I'm going to show you if you need to stay in your chair. Your practice will have you crossing the leg over and coming into this nice fold. And then just preparing yourself to feel that hip open, and then doing the other side. Now you're thinking, how are we going to utilize the chair if we're sitting on the floor? If your body allows you to, this is a wonderful way to help bring blood flow back to the center of our body. But again, listening. You're going to come up close to your chair. If you notice, I'm bending my elbows to help support me. And I'm going to bring my calf muscle up on the chair and the other calf muscle up on the chair. Scoot as close as my body allows me to, and then slowly coming down. Laying here, bringing the arms out to a T, wiggling the shoulder blades down, tucking the chin, just letting the legs feel the support. Taking a nice deep breath. This is a wonderful, wonderful way just to allow yourself to relieve any stress from the feet. Allows venous blood flow to return. So let's first find a modified figure 4 stretch. Take and bend the right leg. So as you bend the right leg, just let it open up and let your foot, your right foot, just touch the left calf. So this is a modified butterfly or figure 4 stretch. Maybe you're feeling a stretch in the outer hip, maybe you're feeling an opening in the inner thigh, and maybe this is where you need to be. If your body allows you to, you can bring the leg to being bent and then hold on to the ankle and cross it over to that figure 4. So what would happen here is your right ankle or heel is pressing into the left thigh. Maybe your hands are pressing onto each thigh just to get a little bit of support here in this figure 4 stretch. But again, maybe you still have the foot grounded, the shoulders are soft, and take a couple of deep breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting yourself just release and connect. Wherever the leg is at, if you're seated in your chair and it's crossed or the hip is just gently open, allow the leg to return. And then noticing as you take the left side, just open up the hip first, slightly see where it's at in this chair, butterfly, half butterfly position. Maybe you choose to stay here. Maybe you choose to bring it up, holding on to the ankle and letting it cross to come into that figure 4 stretch, listening to what your lower back, listening to what the outer hips are saying to you, listening to the shoulders are wanting to creep up and stress while trying to open the hips. Use your breath. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. When you're ready, bringing that left leg back. Then allowing both knees to come out to the side as you wiggle the heels closer to you. Maybe holding on to the outside of the legs for support for this chair supported butterfly position. Breathing in and breathing out. If you're seated in your chair, your feet are just gently open, touching, and your knees are open up out to the side. You're letting yourself just feel these hips opening. Allowing yourself to bring the legs back together. Let them rest on the chair and bring one hand to your heart and one hand onto your belly. Tuck the chin gently, finding the nice neutral curve in that lower back. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a moment and feel the support that the chair offers. A lot of times we don't like to accept support. We like to push ourselves and move past where our body feels it can be. The chair brought to our practice allows us to listen to our body, gives us support, helps us with balance. So take the chair and bring it into our real life. Think about the support that you have around you. Think about the love, the peace, the happiness, the joy, the laughter. And know that support is not a sign of weakness. Support is just a way to help us along in our journey. We use our breath to support us, to help bring us to this peace. We use our breath to focus, to allow our mind to find clarity. We use our breath to allow our muscles to soften. So we have a support mechanism within us, and we use it daily. So looking at the support to be just a wonderful guide to this miraculous journey that we have. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Releasing the hands down by your side. Take a moment. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Begin to slowly bring your knees closer to your body. If you're sitting in your chair, if you stay sitting in your chair, just allow your feet and your hands to move. Release one leg to the floor. Then rolling over to a side and release the other leg to the floor on top. Take the bottom hand to support the head and take the top hand to support the body. Pausing here and just enjoying. Use the support of the top hand to gently press, and if you need to use the forearm, if you have any wrist issues, lifting up. Then use the other forearm and then bringing yourself back to your seated position. Crossing the ankles. Again, either just coming to the floor or sitting in a chair. Bring your hands to heart center. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me this morning. Hopefully we had a little bit of fun, especially with you not being able to see my head. But being able to see the benefits of using a chair in your practice, seeing how needing support or using support is not a weakness. It just adds to the strength that we have deep within us. Take another nice deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. And take a nice deep inhale. And exhale and let it go. Again, everybody, my name is Jennifer Warnock. I am an instructor at Living Balance Studios. I look forward to seeing you in the future for gentle practices, any other private practices, anything that you need. Our studio is here to support you.